Farmers in Australia often start their day by monitoring fox activity on their farms. These animals engage in fierce and violent predatory behaviors, forcing farmers to remain vigilant. Foxes are among the most serious pests in the animal kingdom, not just as ordinary predators but also as significant threats to agricultural productivity. The struggle to protect crops and livestock from these threats is equally intense. Foxes are capable of attacking and killing poultry, young sheep, and even larger livestock if they hunt in packs. Their presence causes considerable concern for farmers, especially during breeding seasons when livestock and crops are most vulnerable. To counter the threat from foxes, farmers need a deep understanding of their behavior and ecology. Studying their hunting habits, lifestyles, and peak activity times are crucial steps in developing effective management strategies. These measures may include installing sturdy fencing systems, using sound-emitting devices to deter foxes, or even raising specially trained guard dogs to fend off attacks. Additionally, collaboration with governmental bodies and research organizations plays a significant role in controlling and minimizing the damage caused by foxes. Organized fox monitoring and eradication programs, along with community education campaigns about the importance of protecting crops and livestock, contribute to reducing the losses that foxes can inflict on agriculture. In today's video, we will explore a major challenge that Australian farmers are facing: the invasion of millions of foxes. These creatures not only harm biodiversity, but also directly impact agricultural productivity. Join us as we learn about the measures that local farmers are implementing to control and mitigate the effects of this problem. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos from EcoFarm. Now, let's get started. Foxes, within the context of agriculture and community, are not just symbols of the wild but also a serious issue for the security and safety of residential areas. Capable of infiltrating populated regions and even entering homes, foxes pose a significant challenge in managing urban wildlife. Their behaviors, ranging from roaming to direct attacks on people, cause not only physical consequences, but also deep psychological damage to victims. A notable case involved a woman who faced a fierce fox attack, highlighting the danger posed by this species. In the agricultural sector in Australia, addressing the rising number of foxes requires effective and sustainable strategies. Using traps is considered one of the most important methods. These traps not only prove highly effective in controlling the fox population, but are also designed to be safe, easy to use, and reusable. When setting traps, factors such as the size and weight of the fox must be carefully calculated to select the appropriate trapping tools, from the type of trap to the bait. While setting traps may seem simple, it requires a specific strategy and high caution, especially in choosing trap locations to enhance their effectiveness. According to research by the Australian government, the strategy of using traps has helped reduce the fox population by about 30% in recent years. This contributes not only to effectively protecting the agricultural environment, but also marks progress in biodiversity conservation efforts. However, during deployment, it is essential to strictly adhere to ethical and legal regulations to ensure that the traps are not only effective, but also do not harm non-target animals or humans. It is crucial to regularly check the traps to ensure they function normally and safely, while maintaining individual responsibility in managing and protecting our shared environment, ensuring a balance and harmony between humans and nature. Biological pest control in the agriculture and crop protection sectors plays an extremely important role, especially in agricultural areas like New South Wales in the state of Victoria. Here, fox hunting is not only a part of recreational culture, but also an essential strategy for managing the fox population in the wild. Foxes, being members of the native Australian ecosystem, can proliferate rapidly if not tightly controlled, adversely impacting the food chain by reducing the number of domestic animals. This increase not only limits the food supply in agriculture, but also affects the food sources of other predators, thereby severely disrupting the ecological balance of the area. The fox population explosion exerts significant pressure on local ecosystems and disturbs the natural ecological balance. This poses a challenge for wildlife managers who are compelled to implement stringent control measures to protect not only the farming community, but also the surrounding environment. In this context, Australian farmers are facing the need to seek and apply creative and effective fox control strategies to cope with this situation. One popular method employed by farmers is hunting, considered a quick and effective way to eliminate foxes from high-risk areas. This is particularly useful compared to using traditional traps, which are a slower and more passive form of intervention. Hunting not only allows farmers to proactively track foxes, but also helps identify their dens. This method not only enhances the ability to control the fox population on a large scale, but also provides a swift solution to counter this threat, thereby contributing to food security and maintaining ecological balance in key livestock and cropping areas. The fox, an omnivorous animal with a high adaptive ability in diverse environments, not only poses challenges to livestock activities due to its broad consumption of food items ranging from small animals like mice and birds to larger ones like rabbits, sheep, and even cattle. The flexibility in their diet significantly increases the difficulty in controlling the growth of the fox population, necessitating specific and effective management measures to ensure safety for farms and maintain the sustainability of the agricultural ecosystem. In a practical study in Wales, sheep were identified as one of the main food sources for foxes in the summer, which not only reflects the adaptability of the fox to available food sources, but also indicates that foxes can attack larger and more challenging prey. In Australia, where the sheep farming industry is strong, farmers have had to implement stronger management measures, especially during the sheep breeding season, to minimize the economic damage caused by foxes. Common methods used to control the fox population include organized hunting, especially at night when foxes are more active. Hunters are fully equipped and often use vehicles to move to areas where foxes commonly appear. They also use imitation fox calls to lure them out of hiding, increasing the effectiveness of hunting. This technique has proven effective in reducing the number of foxes in the wild and minimizing the destruction they cause to agricultural activities. Hunting foxes at night, although effective, also poses physical and mental challenges for hunters. Flexibility in movement and patience in stalking are key factors for success in these hunts. These efforts aim not only to minimize damage to farms, but also to conserve other animal species in the environment, particularly those vulnerable to fox predation. Thus, managing the fox population is not only an activity to protect agriculture, but also part of a biodiversity conservation strategy. In agriculture, the intrusion of wild animals into farming areas not only leads to significant livestock losses, but also raises deep concerns about security and stability in rural communities. Particularly, the intrusion of foxes into farming areas in Australia has become an alarming issue, as they can attack and kill hundreds, even thousands, of livestock. To counter this situation, Australian farmers have had to be creative and apply various unique and effective protective strategies. One common measure is the use of fox traps, often placed on top of containers to enhance long-range visibility and early detection of fox presence. The persistence and high vigilance of farmers in monitoring and protecting livestock are crucial factors in maintaining safety for the livestock herd and ensuring stability for the community. Additionally, in the state of Texas, USA, a prolonged and severe conflict has occurred between farmers and feral pigs. Feral pigs are difficult to control as a wildlife species, with an estimated total population of over 9.3 million nationwide, over 5.7 million of which reside in Texas, distributed across 99% of the state's 254 counties. Annually, these pigs cause approximately $1.7 billion in damages to agriculture and the environment. Individual feral pigs can grow very large, some weighing up to 590 kilograms, and they significantly impact the local ecosystem by competing for food with native species and destroying habitats. Deer, heavily affected by these invasions, often have to abandon their habitats. By using their snouts to root through the soil, feral pigs create deep pits, destroying the soil structure and damaging crops. According to the Conservation Bureau, a group of 10 feral pigs can destroy between 13 and 25 acres of agricultural land in a single night. Moreover, feral pigs act as carriers for various pathogens and parasites, posing health threats to both humans and livestock. These disease-carrying microbes can be expelled onto agricultural land, creating a potential health hazard, including diseases transmissible through pork. In the northern areas of Texas, agriculture is suffering substantial economic damages due to the incursion of feral pigs. These wild animals cause thousands of dollars in damage each night, disrupting agricultural activities and hindering sustainable development in the region. Efforts to control and curb the feral pig population have been implemented, but are still limited in effectiveness due to their rapid reproductive nature and superior adaptability to the local environment. Feral pigs are invasive animals with no significant natural predators in the area, which allows them to expand their populations unchallenged. A female can reproduce up to 2 litters per year, each litter containing 5 to 8 offspring, leading to a very high population growth rate. Especially during the winter and spring, when green forage from cultivated areas or places with supplemental feeding for wildlife is abundant, feral pigs thrive. In drought years, their excellent adaptability helps them expand their range in search of food and water. Conversely, in conditions of higher than average rainfall, their survival rates increase, thereby escalating the risk of crop and food source destruction for farmers. In terms of food, wild boars are versatile animals capable of consuming a diverse range of foods. They can access and consume up to 50% of their diet from plant sources, including crops, causing significant damage to agricultural areas. Additionally, under favorable conditions, they can also prey on other animals such as sheep and deer. Due to their voracious nature, an adult wild boar can consume an amount of food equivalent to 3% of its body weight in just 4 to 6 hours each day. Controlling and mitigating the impact of wild boars requires close coordination between wildlife management policies and sustainable agricultural practices. This poses a significant challenge for farmers and local authorities in protecting agricultural resources and ensuring the socio-economic development of the region. Wild boars are known for their extremely fast digestion, which not only demonstrates their uncontrolled eating instincts, but also explains why they can quickly cause severe devastation in agricultural areas. In a short period, they can transform a normal agricultural land into a desolate area, causing substantial economic and environmental damage to any farm. To address this issue, farmers have had to prioritize constructing specialized fences designed not only to deter foreign animals, but also specifically to resist the intrusion of wild boars. These fences need to be designed to withstand the strength and destructiveness of wild boars, which can easily overcome ordinary barriers even during the day. In this context, building sustainable and high-strength fence systems is necessary to protect farming areas. Using robust fencing, such as high-strength metal barriers, is one of the suitable solutions to prevent the intrusion of wild boars, especially for small-scale farms, although this may require a significant investment in terms of cost and effort. Additionally, the implementation of large-scale control measures should be carefully considered. For example, the use of high-strength metal trap fences, including flexible wire gates, has become a popular and effective solution. This system allows wild pigs to access bait, typically corn, but prevents them from escaping once they have entered the trap. The goal of this method is to capture the entire herd at night, when their vision is poorest, to maximize the effectiveness of the trap. These traps are designed to be sturdy enough to hold the trapped individuals until the following morning, allowing farmers to proceed with their disposal by shooting them and then either leaving the carcasses to decompose or collecting and transporting them for disposal. This not only helps protect rice and soybean fields as they begin to ripen, but also minimizes economic damage to farmers. Reports from Texas indicate that the cost of controlling wild pigs can reach up to $3 million annually, reflecting the high demand of farmers to protect their land and agricultural products. This is particularly important during months when wild pig activity is more intense during the day, forcing farmers to implement control measures at night. The deployment of wildlife pest control strategies plays a critical role in protecting the agricultural industry and reducing significant economic losses. In the livestock and agriculture sector, managing harmful animal species such as feral pigs is extremely necessary, as they can cause serious damage to crops and agricultural infrastructure. A prominent example is the situation with wild pig hunting in Texas, where hunting techniques are not only seen as a recreational activity, but also as part of a wildlife population management strategy. Modern methods such as using automatic corn dispensers help attract wild pigs to targeted areas, where hunters can easily eliminate them from a distance. This not only increases the effectiveness of removing harmful individuals, but also helps control the breeding rate of wild pigs. Feral pigs are notorious for their rapid reproductive abilities and can expand their population quickly if not strictly controlled. While there are debates about the humanity of hunting wild species, these activities are often considered a last resort after carefully considering the negative impacts on the economy and community safety. These strategies aim to minimize damage and protect agricultural resources while maintaining ecological balance. In some cases, the increase in hunting activity in an area can cause wild boars to abandon their natural habitats or restrict their movement capabilities. However, not all hunting methods are effective. For instance, Broken Arrow Farm in Texas has adopted an alternative approach by collaborating with hunters to harvest wild pigs, which are then sent to processing facilities for treatment and packaging. This not only helps control the population of wild boars, but also provides a sustainable source of meat for the market. Wild boar meat is considered a sustainable source of protein and is featured prominently on the menus of many Texas restaurants, such as those in Austin. Despite its benefits, wild boar meat remains less popular than other types of meat and may carry certain health risks due to hormones and odors in the meat. Although the demand for wild boar meat is increasing, this may reflect a negative issue in the pork industry, where growth in demand can encourage a significant population boom of wild boars, further complicating the battle against this species invasion in Texas. Thus, we have seen the relentless efforts of Australian farmers in the fight against the invasion of millions of foxes, protecting the environment and sustainable agriculture. We hope the methods we introduced will inspire and provide valuable knowledge to everyone, no matter where you are in the world. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to EcoFarm channel to not miss any updates from us. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the upcoming topics.